Types and applications of physiological sensors. Physiological sensors are the sensors which determines different physiological parameters. These parameters are very important for our health. There are at least 4 to 6 different types of physiological parameters which are related to the condition of a patient or an healthy individual. These physiological parameters are also known as vital signs. There are about 4 to 6 different types of vital signs. These vital signs are determined by a number of sensors. These sensors, physiological sensors, are also known as physiological monitors. In this table, you can see about 6 vital signs. First of them is the heart rate. Rate of heart is determined by using different electrodes, because during the pumping of our heart, the heart muscles produce electricity. This electricity is measured by the electrode. The second important vital sign is the body temperature. The change in the body temperature is measured by the temperature sensor. Blood pressure sensor and respiratory rate, these two are the vital signs which are related to the pressure. So the different types of pressure sensors, including strain gauge, are used to determine the pressure, blood pressure and respiratory rate. Glucose level in the blood is determined by electrochemical method, and the pulse oxygenation or the oxygen saturation in the blood is measured by optical sensors. The physiological sensors are also known as monitors. These monitors are commercially available. These monitors measure more than one physiological parameters such as heart rate, blood pressure and pulse rate. There are 4 important components of these physiological monitors or physiological sensor. The one is central station, second is bedside monitor, third is telemetry transmitters and fourth is the receivers. Central station का लिंक हॉस्पिटल के सेंट्रल इंफॉर्मेशन के सिस्टम के साथ होता है. The information which is being generated by these sensors is directly provided to the central station of the hospital. The second is the bedside monitor. Monitor displays all the information that is gathered by the telemetry and the transmitters. इस information में heart rate, blood pressure और oxygen saturation शामिल हैं. The receivers receives all this information. Now, the type of physiological sensor. जैसा कि मैंने पहले बताया कि physiological sensors को हम physiological monitors भी कहते हैं. These monitors could be classified on different bases. इनकी पहली किस्म is the classification on the basis of function. यानी कि ये physiological sensor किस किस्म का function determine कर रहे हैं. मिसाल के तौर पे अगर blood pressure measure किया जा रहा है तो these sensors could be classified as blood pressure measuring sensors. The other type of classification is based on the sensor type. यानी कि the type of sensor which is used in these physiological monitors or physiological sensors. इन physiological monitors या physiological sensors में एक से ज़्यादा sensors भी इस्तेमाल किए जा सकते हैं. The selection of the sensor is dependent on the type of signal that is generated by the physiological action. यानी कि physiological action के नतीजे में जिस किस्म का signal generate होता है उसी से related हम इसमें sensor इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. The other two types of physiological sensors are smart sensors and wearable sensors. These are the products of latest technology. We will discuss them in next slide. In this slide, you can see that the wearable physiological sensors and the smart sensors are combined to produce a system. ये एक ऐसा सिस्टम प्रोड्यूस किया गया है जो कि उम्र रसीदा अफराद की सेहत को मॉनिटर कर सकता है. इस सिस्टम में ऐसे सेंसर लगाए गए हैं जो कि ह्यूमन एक्टिविटी मसलन वॉकिंग, क्लाइंबिंग, लाइंग, बेंडिंग इन सब को डिटेक्ट कर सकते हैं. इसके अलावा इस सिस्टम में वाइटल साइंस को मॉनिटर करने की भी सलाहियत मौजूद है. आमतौर पे ये वेरिएबल सेंसर उम्र रसीदा अफराद के साथ लगा दिए जाते हैं ताकि उनकी सेहत को मॉनिटर किया जा सके. इस तरह लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी को ह्यूमन बीइंग की बेहतरी के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है। नाउ इन समरी वी कैन से द फिजियोलॉजिकल सेंसर्स are also known as physiological monitors. They may contain more than one type of sensors and they tell us important information about the health of the person. Physiological sensors में एक से ज़्यादा सेंसर इस्तेमाल किए जाते हैं and the type of sensor is dependent upon the type of signal which is generated by the physiological function. फिजियोलॉजिकल सेंसर्स को हम कई इकसाम में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं, लेकिन लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी के लिहाज से स्मार्ट सेंसर्स और वेरेबल सेंसर्स आजकल बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्कस किए जा रहे हैं और इनको पब्लिक की बेहतरी के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है।